Hello, guys. Welcome to the team show here on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. We are sitting here on Friday, the 9th of August, 2024, ahead of round 22. It's a big show coming up. It's a big weekend coming up. There's a lot of moving parts happening, and we are here to unpack it all. There's a bit going on. There's news that have just filtered through. I don't know how you're all taking it, but we're definitely going to get through it. The news around Charlie Curnow. We're going to watch Vossi's presser shortly. We've got tickets to give away, plenty of tickets to give away. I'm going to be calling some people and hopefully making their weekends a little bit more exciting. And look, this is us. We're proudly brought to you by Mr. Cabinets. Thanks to Derek from Mr. Cabinets for getting behind the Blue Abroad YouTube channel and sponsoring the team show. Love the team show. The team show has become the best way to just hang out and get to know you guys. Fan cams is a bit different because we're emotionally charged, either positively or negatively after a game. And I guess we get to know each other a lot more then, and we get to heal each other. But there's not as much tension during the team show. It's a bit more anticipation. So we're going to get through. We're going to hang out, talk amongst ourselves, and we'll go from there. But ultimately, like, we have to be ready for war on Sunday. That's the way it's going to be. So firstly, before I go anywhere, now I'm going to be giving away tickets to this game. So Robbie Varley, the great man, reached out and said that he can't be at the game on Sunday. He's got 4 level 2 tickets to give away. And we're going to split them up into 2 lots of 2. So level 2 on the wing, right in front. I'm going to be calling 2 lots of people and giving away those tickets. Now, if you have tickets and you're already sorted, you really don't need to enter. But if you someone out there that you just can't get tickets or can't afford them, want to be there, can't be there, and you've already sort of given up on the game and you want to get there, the link, I might actually fix this up. The link is in the chat. I will hang on a minute. Yeah, let me remove that one. Let me write down a little message. Enter the ticket giveaway here. The link is in the live chat right now. I will need your name, your phone number, and the email to send the tickets to in your Ticketek account. Okay? So I'm going to close entries at 4:45 p.m. I'm going to close entries because I need some time to gather all the responses. Once the teams are announced, I'm then going to get the wheel out, spin the wheel, and then we're going to give away the tickets. So just to reiterate, tickets are on level 2, on the wing, right in front. I'm excited. We haven't done a giveaway in a while. Yeah, really good tickets. So Robbie, if you're watching, thank you very much for giving them away for free as well. So that's the other thing as well that I really do love and I like to encourage on this channel. And so I thank you for that. Now, who's here? Who's here? Aiden, Josh Jenkins of all people said Charlie won't play. I'll see it when I believe it. We're going to find out within the hour. Very excited. Hey, Jay, we've got Duke Campbell Beshorner. That's a cool name. Lou Felino, Peter V, Chills is here. Matt Lang, Matty Boy 92, Beer O'Clock. True, it's Friday. It's Friday, 4 p.m. Josh, the chat with Mars was unreal. I've got a lot of good feedback on the chat with Mars. A lot of people have either on the channel or offline messaged me to say that it was one of the more organic chats people have seen, and like you didn't know the camera was there, and that's how it works. That's how we do it. It was a really good chat. Really enjoyed it. I like the MCG series. I'm going to continue doing that. I'm also trying to get Mr. My Blue Heaven down as well. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks or before the season ends, we can get Heath down, and I'll bring that out. So there's a little bit of an exclusive with you lot. Aiden, never mind. I heard that he did train at full pace and Carlton are confident that he'll play. Okay. Well, we'll just see. If Josh Jenkins has come out and said that Charlie won't play and Charlie plays, boy, are we going to blow that trumpet. Charlie will play with one leg. Anthony, surprisingly, MG'd up for this game from Emma Mindset, was sitting right after ending last week's game. Yeah. Actually just got off the phone with Jasmina from the Besties. She's feeling a little bit, down and out as well. Remember when we lost to Collingwood last time? It stung. We all felt some type of way about it because it's Collingwood and it hurts us more. But it spurred them on, and they actually started playing some pretty good footy after that. So the optimist in me says that it was one last stinger to really go back to the basics and get their fundamentals right and reinforce the message that you can't fuck around for, a quarter or 2 quarters. We can't drop into inconsistency again and start talking about moments. And hopefully it's the fire starter that we need. Sometimes a bit of pain. Actually, most of the time, a bit of pain is the fuel that's needed for you to push through to the next phase of your evolution. So, Tom, mate, absolutely. Diana, his ankle wasn't strapped today after training. Thought that was a good sign, but not sure now. Yeah, look, nothing is 100% confirmed. We'll see what happens. Do I trust Josh Jenkins? No, I don't. I do not trust Josh Jenkins. So let's see. Yeah, the tickets are elite. Absolutely elite. So 4 of you will get them, but they'll be in 2 lots of 2. And so you'll be sitting next to each other, and that'll be really nice. Aiden, teams come out at 5 p.m. sharp. We're going to spin that wheel. Yeah. Justin, you saw me on High Street Armadale about 2 weeks ago. You yelled out in a white van, "Go Blues." Love that. Frankie Sachs. Hello, mate. Another Frankie. Thomas, G up. Richard, hello, mate. They probably will name him tonight and be laid out Sunday. That's an option. That is definitely an option. Hello, Julie. Ben, long-time subscriber, first-time commenter. Been tuning in heaps recently as my love for the club continues to grow. Go Blues. Good to have you here, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, Debbie. You need to win those tickets. I hope I'm calling you. I can tell you all right now, there's 51 people that have sent through their details. Now, I haven't filtered them to see if there's any doubles. Any doubles will be eliminated. You can only enter once. So I can see a couple of you actually have tried to enter more than once, you cheeky buggers. But there will be only 1 entry per person. So that's only 50. So you've got a 2 in 50 chance. What's that? 1 in 25 as it stands right now. You've got a 1 in 25 chance of winning the tickets. Pretty good. Hello, Elise. Charlie trained today. Okay. Well, that's good. I trust Elise over Josh Jenkins. That's for sure. Carls, hello. Hello, Alana. G'day, Wheaties. Who do I think wins the Brownlow? Someone between Bont, Cripps. Actually, you know what? I think Bont and Cripps will tie. There's my guess. There's my prediction. Nah, Tim, you cannot blame people for trying. You cannot hate the player. You hate the game. That's true. Aiden, you entered a second time because you managed to spell your name wrong. That's a good start, mate. I sent the link to my friend. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So just to confirm, there's no confirmation that Charlie Curno's not playing. Josh Jenkins has come out and said that his mail suggests that Charlie won't be playing. There are murmurs and there are rumblings. We'll see. Now, I want to watch the Michael Voss press conference because I haven't watched it. I saw a clip of it earlier, and I want to watch it together, and we can unpack it because we're all body language experts, evidently. Let's have a look.
Yeah, well, we addressed some of the areas we needed to improve. We also walked away feeling like it was a lot more like us. Some really big patches of footy where we played a great brand and a great style, but obviously when we say it wasn't long enough, well, one kick could have made the difference, couldn't it? But no, we took a lot out of the game, a lot of positive out of the game, and obviously trying to take a little bit more of that momentum coming into this one.
You said you hadn't really been playing with that sort of edge. Do you feel like that's starting to come back?
Could you hear those questions? The question was, do you feel like the edge is starting to come back?
Had patches. It's not so much about the edge, it's the length of time that we've played. And probably previously to that game, it was for a half and, the other half. Now it wasn't necessarily the first quarter, second quarter. It was sort of just 2 quarters of us playing the way we want to and 2 quarters where we weren't. And we were finding it difficult to restrict opponents at times, and they're able to kick multiple goals in a row. And the second quarter for us can be looked at 2 different ways. It's you can look at the dominance that the Pies had in that second quarter, or you can look at it and say, well, we defended really hard through that period of time, and we're able to kick a couple of goals ourselves. And so that's where we focused our energy. What we needed to be able to tidy up in those moments, but also acknowledge that there's a fair bit of grit shown throughout that game, fair bit of persistence, and their characteristics we want to continue to emphasise within our group.
It's been a big emphasis this week. Some calling it a virtual elimination final. How have you treated that pressure internally?
We'll treat every game exactly the same. I mean, what we've fortunate to do is we get to the back end of the year like probably about 10 other clubs, and all the games matter, and that's something to look forward to. So it's a privilege that we're in that position to be able to play in those sorts of games. Obviously, playing against an opposition that are looking to cut their way through the competition as well. So no, we're looking forward to the contest. Obviously, we're hoping that we get plenty of supporters along, and we get our 80,000 plus. It'd be nice to be able to get. But no, we're looking forward to the moment.
The one win from the last 5 games, I mean, the win-loss suggests that the team's out of form, but do you feel as if they are, in the sense that the scoreboard's been pretty tight?
He said 1 win out of your last 5. Do you feel like, well, I don't know, what did he ask? Something about, do you feel like it's turning?
Again, it's just been the inconsistencies. So when you talk about form, you can sort of talk about form as in, for entirety of games or small patches in games. And that's where we've been not as consistent as we need to be. So that's what we've got after. And that's what we felt like we got more right against the Pies, against what was almost a finals-like type atmosphere. So we take all those learnings and lessons and we put some confidence in behind it, and then we go again.
Is it your job as coach to sort of relieve some of the pressure of these final few games for your team? Or
is it your job as coach to relieve some of the pressure for the team in these final games? That's a really good question.
do you think they actually can absorb it and use it to fuel them?
Do you think you can absorb it and use it to fuel them? I don't know who asked that question, but that was a good question.
I hope we see where we are as a privilege. So I don't see it as pressure. This is the games we want to play in. We've been talking about as a football club for a long period of time about
True.
Having an impact in this competition, and that goal has not changed. Our goal is to have an impact in this competition. So every game we play in is extremely important to be able to hope that we can progress in that way and give ourselves the best possible chance. So for us, it's eyes in. It's we've got an opponent to play against the Hawks, and we take each game as it comes, and we're going to put out the best version we possibly can against this team.
The injuries to Cottrell and Chera. How do you go about replacing those guys?
The injuries to Cottrell and Chera, how do you go about replacing those guys? Is it just me, or are the questions a little louder?
Yeah, well, Zach Williams is, he's got to get through training today. He gets through, he'll be available. We've also got a couple of guys there that have been in form as well. So we might have to shift a couple of magnets, but generally we've got really good cover, and we've got some players that are in some good form. And I think for us, it's now being able to try and build that cohesion amongst one another, try and sort of build that connection between our phases, and obviously mainly is to do it over for a longer period of time. And we see that the competition we've played against, what it feels like for most of the year, has been really high level. The games you're talking about are against the Western Bulldogs and GWS and Port Adelaide, and they've been pretty handy sides. So we've got to measure up again, and we're just looking forward to be able to play against the Hawks.
Jackson Binns, he's had a bit of leather poisoning in the VFL in recent weeks. Is he going to finally get his crack?
Is Jackson Binns going to finally get his crack? I reckon whoever asked that question has been watching a lot of Carlton content.
He's been on the edge for obviously a number of weeks, so his form's been really good, and he's progressing really well over the last couple of weeks. So VFL have been in some good form as well. So obviously, of course, you consider every single player and what they can fulfil within this team. So yeah, he'll obviously be a consideration. Yeah.
Is there any doubt over Charlie with his ankle?
No.
Is there any doubt over Charlie and his ankle?
I mean, he's got to get through some parts of training today, so we're not going to ask him to do everything. But if he certainly does enough to prove his fitness, then he'll play.
Pretty confident.
Wow.
Yeah, very confident.
Okay.
How is Adam going? Just this latest setback just feels very, very cruel given the time of year.
How is Adam with the setback? It feels cruel at this time of the year.
Yeah, it's not ideal. I mean, clearly you want your best players out there, and he's had a very frustrating year. Having the niggles in the hamstring in the same area has made that challenging for him. It's probably affected his confidence a little bit as well, even when he's come back, and that's not unusual for any player to go through. So he's an important player to us. So we just got to make sure that we take our time in the returns and make sure he gets the adequate work done. And obviously we've got to try and look at all things, not just what we've done, to obviously get the best outcome we're after, which is getting back fit and healthy.
The Hawks have brought in Finn McGuinness to the squad. Do you feel like there's a tag coming for Cripps?
The Hawks have brought in Finn McGuinness into the squad. Do you feel like there's a tag for Cripps?
Well, he's got it every week, so it's he's had some attention on some level. Look, one of the things that Cripper spent a lot of time on over the course of last year was some of the attention that he got, and he's an absolute pro. So the detail he puts into his game to be able to manage that is important. And if that comes his way, then I'm sure it's something you'll probably expect. And if it doesn't, he'll go about his business. But it's been something he's put a lot of work into.
There's been a bit of, I suppose, discussion this week over Charlie Curno's form. Do you feel as if how much of that do you think has been warranted?
It's been a bit of discussion around Charlie Curno's form. What do you make of that? Is it an overreaction? How do you see his form?
I tend to look at a body of work. When I look at form, it's we're getting real narrow focus if we're sort of focusing on one or two games. The guy's consistency over 2 or 3 years now that I've been here has been extremely high level. And I'm not trying to say this tongue in cheek or be smart, but he's won a couple of gold medals, so it sort of shows that he's been fairly consistent over a long period of time. So has an off day, has an off moment. That's not unusual to anyone, but he's important to us. Is significant. He knows that. He knows the energy that he brings to us, and with very, very good players, it won't be for a long time.
Has he been stunned by not getting a goal last week? It's a pretty rare feeling for him that he's had.
Has he been stung by not kicking a goal last week?
Well, possibly, but also, again, what do you want to focus on? I mean, I don't know how many games in a row he's actually kicked goals, but that's a pretty significant achievement in itself. So, I mean, you could probably tell me that stat, but from what I know, the amount of goals that he's kicked in a row has been some sort of record that's been achieved. And what we tend to dive in and what people can't do and they're not doing, and then what we like to rise to is what they can do and what they can bring. And every week there's an opportunity to be able to do that. I'm sure Charlie's no different.
That is a great answer. Essentially, you can choose to look at. Honestly, wow, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. If you're looking for something wrong, you'll find it. If you're looking for something right, you'll find it. That is good. That's good stuff.
How big of a loss is Andrew Russell going to be to the program?
How big of a loss is Andrew Russell going to be?
Yeah, he's going to be. He's been an important person to us for a long period of time, and he's been part of our program. The players have, he's built some of these players that he talked about today, and around Weeders and his journey, and Doc, and obviously Cripper, and but he's chosen a different path, and I respect that. He's been, as you highlighted, 26 years in the AFL industry. He's known this a lot. He's obviously had an athletic background, and he's going to pursue some other interests now. And through some dialogue, that obviously become pretty obvious. And he shared that with us, a couple of days ago, and he's obviously chosen a different path.
Seems like the wild card weekend's going to come in next year. What are your thoughts on that?
Seems like a wild card weekend's going to be coming in next year. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I'm open up to all sort of creativity. I'm probably a bit simple, and I don't like too much complexity in the draw. Sometimes I just like it pretty simple, but I also like my 7-day breaks and being able to have my weekend too. So look, I mean, anything that can create that, still stimulate that interest in the game. It obviously open up some more opportunities for teams to be able to figure in the finals. So if it does that, that would be great. Hopefully in the future we're not figuring too many of those, or a little bit further up. But look, it's a concept that it's hard to argue against. You think about the initiatives the AFL have put in place with gather round and round zero, or whatever you want to call that particular round. There've been some really positive differences within the schedule, and this is just one of them. And at the moment, if that's what they need to be able to do, to explore it more, to generate more interest, then all for it.
Wow. Thoughts? That one filled me with a bit more oomph, a bit more confidence. Don't know why. I really like that answer around Charlie and what are we focusing on? Are we going to focus on a moment in time, or are we going to focus on a body of work? Obviously, they're not going to be sitting there focusing on what's going wrong with Charlie. They have to be focusing on what's going right. And I reckon that gets lost a little bit in translation. We feel emotional. We are irrational as fans, and we look at results, and fair enough. And I can see where we sometimes don't like the language, where it might sound too positive. But when you're in a competitive environment, you have to build off what they did in the last 15 minutes and bring that forward. That has to be the way forward. You have to focus on your strengths and what is working, and keep building on that. I do understand that. But anyway, what do you think? People can have their opinion, but he's very, very well spoken. I think he's come a long way. I actually recently went and watched some of his presses in Brisbane, and I think that is the one you compare him to. You don't compare him to Sam Mitchell. You compare him to himself. I think he's come a long way. Better questions. I felt so too. I thought they were good questions as well. Went checkmate on everyone. Surprised I haven't asked about the ground. Yeah. Alana, it was a good press conference, especially the Charlie question. The last question gave me a lot of insight. I was already confident for this week, with or without Charlie. However, I think it's safe for him to do so. He will turn up and try and give his absolute all. Dione, you liked it. They should be focusing on our delivery to Charlie and our other forwards. Bang on. Where's the heat come about this? Sunday is our audition for finals. Big crowd, so much to play for. And I think Voss will have the lads ready for a big, big game. I think so too. Watching 2022 or 2021 of the Baggers? I think neither. I think we're watching 2024. Saw a post from SCN saying Charlie's out. Yeah, we've covered that. So Josh Jenkins has reported that he won't play. We'll see. I think if he's not playing, they'll name him. And if he's not playing, he'll be a laid out. I feel like that's just the way these things go. Unless they just want to get on with it and just 100% rule him out. But we'll see. Do I think the media feeds into the Messiah identity created at Carlton? I think not just the media. I think we do too. I think we do it as well. Why is Charlie not performing? Oh, he's a little bit off. He needs to carry and lead a little bit more. I think we get sucked in as well. He sounds calm and in control. I agree. That's what I want. I want composure and poise under pressure. Yelling and screaming is a sign, and showing emotion too much is a sign of one that cannot control those emotions. So I agree with this. Tom, don't know about everyone else, but every time Vossi speaks, he gives me so much confidence. I could run through a wall. Raf, teams are out 5 p.m. So those of you watching, I've got a link that is pinned to the top of the live chat. It's for the ticket giveaways. Ticket giveaway, giving away 2 sets of 2 tickets, level 2 on the wing, front row A. I'm going to call you on the show. Once the teams come out, I'm calling you on the show when I spin the wheel. I'm going to put all your names in a wheel, spin it, and I'm going to call you. If you don't pick up, we're going to move on to the next person. So you've got to be paying attention. I'm going to cut entries at 4:45 p.m. So if you haven't got tickets and you want tickets, go for it. Listening to Harry and his podcast gives me a little bit more hope. It seems like they were focused on the disappointing parts of the game, not just happy that they came back. Do you reckon we can watch some of that? I don't know if it's uploaded to YouTube for this week. It is. It is. Do we know? Does anybody know when they were talking about the Carlton game? I mean, I could figure it out. Here, let me share this.
It's like that's footy, isn't it? Hopefully we can. On Saturday, how did the group sort of get around Gov after he missed the shot? Thanks.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's obviously anytime someone has a shot after the siren and misses, or like a close slice, it can always be really disappointing. But
You've been involved in a few now.
yeah,
Your own club.
I've been on both sides of a few.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like heartbreaking or really,
Ecstasy,
yeah. So it's
Ecstasy,
yeah, which is I guess a beautiful part about sport. But there's no different. Like we win together, we lose together. A lot of us were actually saying after the game, if you could have picked anyone to have a set shot to win the game, you probably would have picked Gov. So, yeah, that's footy sometimes. And yeah, I thought he had an awesome game, Mitchell, and especially in the second half to get us going, he was huge. So
yeah,
even to put himself in that spot to take a mark and give yourself a chance to win it, that's all you can really do as an athlete in the team, is give yourself a chance. And yeah, wouldn't have rather anyone else's hands. So Gov's doing well. Everyone, as I said, got around him, and we win together, we lose together. It's part of footy. It was a cool moment. Anytime, obviously, there's quite a lot of emotion as a player, especially right at that time. But look, like as time goes on, those moments are cool to be part of, and those final like big games are the ones you want to play in. So yeah, it was obviously really disappointing, but yeah, I thought we actually played some pretty solid footy across the night, and even though we couldn't necessarily capitalise and kick goals, I thought that was some of the best footy we'd probably played in a month. So yeah, all the right stuff's there. It's just about finishing off.
Yeah, similar to.
Interesting. If you haven't watched it, you should check it out. You can listen to it, or you can go on the Ben and Harry YouTube channel and watch it there. Can we chat about who could take Russell's position if anyone has any ideas? The only name that makes sense if it were to happen, in my view, is Darren Burgess. He's at Adelaide, though, and he's contracted. But honestly, I don't think many of us know. Maybe we can do some research. Podcast is brilliant. It is brilliant. I do love listening to it at times. I think Voss sounds quite calm with where we're at. I think we have to trust him. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm looking at where we're at, right? This group notoriously have had something to climb out of. They play their best footy when they've got something to prove. Not to say that they didn't have anything to prove earlier in the season, but, you know, when you're truly backs against the wall, that's when, rightly or wrongly, that's when they get the best out of themselves. So we climb out of this major hole last year, and then we carry that momentum into this year. Well, let's go to opening round, down 46. down 46, came back, won the game. And you get to 11-4, we found momentum, we had challenges, we had injury problems. You get to 11-4, and then all of a sudden, like, you're looking down and like most of the competition's below you, and it's like, well, oh, like, now what? And I think for a split second, there might have been subconsciously a bit of a moment where you lose yourself a bit and they've lost themselves and they've lost their way. However, I will say they haven't completely dropped the bundle. I think watching the fan cams compilation from last year just reinforced to me that it's not that bad where we're at. It's not ideal, but it's not that bad. And we've been in worse holes before. I don't know if I'll say that if we lose this Sunday, but right now, as it stands, we're not relying on other teams to lose so we can go here and qualify. Like, it's still very much in our control. So I think they've lost their way a little bit over the last month. And, you know, what's the narrative going to be if we win or lose this week? If we win this week, are we just back on track? If we lose this week, are we cooked? Is it as simple as that? So, yeah. Matthew, I really agree with this. It only takes a few percentage off and you lose games of footy. It's 100%. No, it's 100% true. 5% is the difference between winning and losing. Hey, Yusuf, the way you pin this giveaway, can you please do that for fan cams as well? Sometimes I can't find the link. So the reason, I'll be honest, the reason why I don't put the link and pin it to the top of the chat is because the thing fills up really quickly. And also, I want to make sure that Carlton supporters click the link. I've been doing fan cams for years and I've seen it all. So maybe if you message me or if any of you specifically want to come on the fan cams, send me a message Sunday morning or even now, and I'll give you the fan cams link beforehand. And that way you've got it. Adam, mate, 100%. You're 11-4. You keep winning. It's easier to say that. My point is that they've never reached those heights at that point in a year, this group, ever. 8-2 was the best that we had seen them do to start a year. 11-4 was now the next best. So there was a bit of a dip from there. Check out Adam Larcom. He may have worked alongside Russell at the Hawks as well as St Kilda, Freo, and the Com Games, along with many career highlights. Okay. We walked out last game smiling away like idiots, knew we were in trouble straight away. Then we need to walk out smoking coming from our nostrils this game. Anthony, you're calling it now. We're winning this Sunday and we'll win the last 3. Olive, I think we've got to trust Voss because he doesn't sound too alarmed or concerned about our situation. Well, one thing about him is that he has remained calm under pressure, and he did it last year as well. If you remember the press conference after Essendon, he was saying, you just got to stick at it. It's not far away. And lo and behold, it turns. Matthew, you think maybe they started listening to all the commentary around us being second in a flag chance? Well, the whole world was on us. Everyone was completely on us, calling us premiership favourites or second favourite, second best team in the league, clearly. I mean, from the fans' point of view, we were comparing them to the great sides, comparing them to the 95 side. I also did a bit of an exercise because, for us fans, like, we've hurt, we've got pain, and we always talk about the pain of what we've been through and the, quote unquote trauma. I had a look, and Johnny Holden actually brought this to my attention about this is also just part of it all as well. Like, there's going to be more pain. There almost has to be. And I want to just draw your attention to 1993. Okay. So 93, up and coming side, all the star names. They get to the final series. Maybe I can. Where do I do this? Hang on a minute. Sorry. Wait, that was 92. What happened in 93? Sorry, guys. Hang on. 92, funnily enough, we finished 7th, and it was a top 6 back then. So there's that. So 93, we finished 2nd. Okay. 93, we finished 2nd. How did it work? Qualifying final. First played 2nd. We played Essendon in the qualifying final, won by 2. We then played Adelaide in the semi, won by 18. Then we got to the granny, we lost. So first of all, imagine living through a losing grand final. Like there's that. That happened. 94, we finished 2nd, and they had the top 8 system there, right? But not the way we do it now, not the top 4 system. So West Coast finished 1st, we finished 2nd. We played Melbourne in the first round of finals. So Melbourne finished 7th. We lose to Melbourne in the qualifying final by 27 points after finishing 2nd with a record of 15-7. We then lose to Geelong in the semi by 33. We go out in straight sets. So imagine living through as a supporter. You get to 93, you make a granny after beating the team that made the other team that made the granny. And you're there, you're watching us lose a grand final. Then you get to 94 and you go out in straight sets. And then you win it in 95. Like there's pain. And I know that we've been through pain and, 29 years of a drought, but that's not pain. Pain used to be losing to Adelaide in round 20 or 19, whatever it was a few years ago, and finals was on the line. Pain then became losing to Collingwood and Melbourne in the dying stages of the 2022 season. Pain then became losing in a prelim to Brisbane away after being up by 5 goals. So you kind of get what I'm saying? Like, it's part of the story, and it's likely that more of it's coming. Like, I can't imagine going to a grand final and losing. It'd be absolutely insane. You were there, went to Melbourne show night before and saw Sheedy and knew it was a bad omen. Tom Flynn. All this talk of fitness professionals, everyone knows all you need is some of Nonna's cooking to be a big, strong boy. Get some lasagna into Chera and those hammies will be fine in no time. True. Living through a grand final as a 13-year-old kid was very hard. And it's good. It would be magnified now, especially with what we do. Like, I'm coming here. If we lose a granny, doing fan cams, we're crying, like literally crying on stream for 6 hours until the camera dies. The different pain. Lots of us have lived through all that. I forget sometimes a lot of our fans weren't around for that. Yeah. In that Geelong final, I remember the Cats had 3 stars pull out on the day and everyone thought it would be so easy, including our players. Wow. Geelong had 4 of their 10 players missing. Going to Waverley, thought we had the game in the bag. Oh, can you imagine? Going out in straight sets. Peter, 93, 94, 96, 99, 02, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 22. All painful. Wow. You're at the 99 grand final as a 21-year-old. John Holden, 1993, went to the grand final, watched us lose, then to go back to Windy Hill while they celebrated as I promised ex-wife, whoever won we party with. Oh, God, John. You're welcome, mate. It helped me. Honestly, it helped me. So I thought I would share. Some would say Voss out if we lost a granny. True. Or if we went out in straight sets. God. To prepare for pain, sometimes expect the disappointment to occur so you're not disappointed. No, I look at it differently, right? I look at it a little differently. Like, I'm willing to go on Sunday, and I'm gonna try and lose my voice. And I'm willing to get hurt again. And I think our players need to be going out there on Sunday willing to be in that exact same position as they were last week at the end of the game. Hopefully, not having wasted their opportunities. But if we're playing well, kicking straight, and it's still a close game, I hope that the guys don't shrink in the moment, and I hope they continue to put. Like, you got to be willing to get hurt. You have to be willing to get hurt. It's the only way. If you're not willing to risk it to get hurt, you'll never proceed. Zach, I was born in 91. Josh, I'm back in Voss even if we don't make finals. I do not blame him for this form slump. This is on our players. I'm more so in the camp of our players than our coaches. Yeah. Tom, 2018 was the most miserable year as a Carlton fan. I'm grateful. Yeah, and if you circle back to 2018, if you had said in 6 years from now, you'll be playing for a spot in the top 4 with 3 games to go, we were begging, kicking and screaming for it. But for some reason we forget. And that's not to say just be happy with where we're at, but we are right where we should be, but also where we wanted to be. Teams are coming out shortly. I'm about to close entries to the ticket giveaway in 2 minutes. So firstly, last chance, if you want to enter, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. I'm actually going to remove it now. Okay. And then in 2 minutes, entries close, and whichever names have entered, you're in. We expect so much of the players, only fair that us fans stay positive till we're dead and buried. Yeah, agreed. We've got plenty of time in the off-season to unpack what potentially could have gone wrong. Who was on our list in 2018? Oh, that was like Aaron Mullet days. Cam Paulson. You know what? Why don't we look at the 2018 Carlton list? Let's have a look at it. Draft Guru. I don't know if this is going to come out clear enough, but this is the list. I'll read out these names. So Silvani, Dow, Murphy, O'Brien, Petrevsky, Seaton, Simo, Kennedy, Cruiser, Cripps, Mackay, Kerridge, DeConing, Lamb, Jones, Doherty, Lang, Rowe, Mullet, Shoemaker, Plowman, Garlett, Marchbank, Wiedering, O'Shea, Fisher, McCready, Lobe, Cunningham, Paulson, Charlie Curnow, Tom Williamson, Nick Graham, Jared Pickett, Andrew Phillips, Ed Curnow, Patrick Kerr, Matt Shaw, Kieran Byrne, Dale Thomas, Jesse Glass, McCasker, Levi, Kim Leboy, Alex Silvani, Killian McDade, who? And Matthew Wright. Like, yeah. If we win the grand final, you can't shave for 6 weeks. If we win the grand final, I've had this conversation with you guys before. By the way, entries are closed. But so grand final day, this is what we're going to do. If we lose, I'll probably come right here and we'll do a session on the fan cams. If we win, we come back the next day. We don't do fan cams after the game. We come back the next day and we share our stories and we go as long as we need to. Our problem is inside 50 entries. Only one who hits up players on the lead is Gov. I think Hewitt does it. I think Fogarty's got the ability. Pretty keen to see Zach Williams back, although I don't know if he's going to play forward or if he's going to play in defense. I guess he could do both. John, it's the growth from 2018. I can see the end picture due to my past. Kids of the 90s and 2000s haven't seen the steps you take to a grand final. So it's now or never. Fear that we won't make it again. I have no idea how Crip stayed. Sometimes, neither do I, mate. We probably will do fan cams all week. I'm on the younger side, but my grandpa witnessed 8 premierships, so he doesn't care that we miss finals. He says that the other teams have to catch up to our premierships. Yeah. If we win, where on Lygon Street are we all catching up? I don't know. I don't know. Fan cams live from Lygon Street. I don't think I want to bring my camera out to the celebrations, to be honest. I'll get up to way too much mischief. I don't want a camera anywhere near me if we win the flag. The day after, when we're back, sure. I feel our failure to capitalize in 09 to 13 is why we're so afraid. I understand that, but we've already eclipsed that era. We've already soared past that era of Carlton. And I think this list now is in a way better profile than what that list was. But I definitely understand. Pom will be naked, so you'll get banned. Probably. Are we going to get into James Sicily this weekend like Jed Lamb did? Yeah, you know what? I kind of hope to see our crowd getting stuck into the Hawthorn players as opposed to our own players. That's what I want to see. I want to see heckling. They've got a few players on their team that are going to get under our skin. Let's turn the piazza on Lygon Street into a Blue Broad Park, mate. We run the city. If we win the flag, inshallah, just keep this channel going at least. Us fans need it. Yeah. I can't promise that, if I'm honest. I can't promise that. I don't know. There will come a time where I'm not doing this. I know that for sure. Especially the day-to-day, the week-to-week. Maybe reviews and previews, but I think all things come to an end. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing's confirmed yet. Whenever Pitto plays, we lose. Dens, what's the stats on that one, mate? Where's the evidence to that? I don't think that's totally true. Josh, 100% we are. That was when our last rebuild ended, only for that to be over so far. So for little back into another rebuild. True. Can we boo Ginny? Do whatever the fuck we want. Yeah. What's up, Tez? Where's your phone? Mate, my phone's here. Oh, I reckon I'm missing a message from you. The draw, mate, if you go on my Instagram story, I put up the link to enter. It's actually too late. If you haven't entered now, mate, told you to watch. I'm drawing the names out of the wheel just after 5 p.m. So, well, in theory, if you go to my Instagram story now, the link will still be there. So you can still enter. But I can see your names here anyway. So never mind. But that's just reminded me to remove the link from my story. But we're drawing out the names in about 15 minutes. I can see 73 responses. I've got to go through and delete some of the doubles. Otherwise we're good to go. See you cheeky buggers. Some of you did here. Dylan, see you, mate. Luca, I see you. Fair play. Tom, Aiden, yeah, I see you too, mate. Heath, still believe we can win the flag. Our list is nasty strong. We've got to switch on starting with the Hawks. Yeah. Teams are coming out in 10 minutes. We took too long to adjust to modern football philosophy, stuck in the past ways. The club believed it would just turn around the same old ways. Those days had already long gone. Yeah. I'm not allowed to stop Blue Abroad until a three-peat happened. Maybe just game day stuff rather than the intense routine Maybe. Hey, Tez, how's your love, brother? My love, my love life. Mate, this is my love life. This is it. This is where all the energy goes. Where am I sitting? I'm actually level 1 this week on the wing. Right in the thick of it. This is actually a good point. Don't boo Guinea, because he does thrive off it. It's the last week of me and the DJ on the truck this Sunday. Oh, true. Done. So, gate 3, Frankie, I'm going to guess it's gate 3 again. Everyone who's going on Sunday, make sure you go, just take a moment to catch a vibe with Frankie. Frankie plays the saxophone and they play the music on top of the truck. I believe it's gate 3. Frankie, just confirm. Usually is. I feel like placing Young into our 24 team just confuses our structure. It doesn't work. Well, we might have to if Charlie's not playing, but we'll see. Mate, I've got my own final on at 11. As soon as I qualify, straight to the granny, I'll head home and watch us beat the Hawks by 60. Good luck, mate. Cadrick, I love the Blues, but let's be real, we ain't good enough. We need a couple traded out for speed in the midfield. Fair enough, Cadrick. As in, we're not good enough to win this week, or we're just not good enough to win the whole lot. Can I message asking which bay you could be near me? You never know. Yeah, you can message me. You'll take great interest in what bay I'm in. Worst case, if Charlie's out, we can't play Young forward again. I agree. Yeah, but McGovern is so good behind the ball. However, I don't think Lewis Young has any forward craft to him, and that's not his fault. He's not a forward. I don't think he launches at the footy. Paulo's tweeted, Charlie is named. Good evening, crew. Good evening, Paulo. Charlie named. Not surprised. They will probably just wait until the very end. We need to see real life footy vids from you. Nah, I'm just not interested. I will give you all my time during the week, after the game, before the game. But that 2.5 hours is my happy time. I don't want it disturbed. I don't want a camera in my face. I just completely stay away. I don't want to create game day vlogs. It's not me. Not interested. Danielle, we're pumped for the game. Coming from Brisbane, the Blues brothers and sisters will be there too, next to the cheer squad. Oh, yeah. Hopefully we get some chance going between goals. Yeah, I think there's like 400 or 500 of them that are going to be dressed up. Thoughts on tonight's game? I'm tipping Collingwood. Yeah. Bin's a chance. I don't know. But, hey, 5 minutes to go. Do Channel 7 do this? Or what do we do on a Friday? We wait for Twitter and the club to announce, don't we? Is there anything on TV usually for Friday? Walter, the downfall of Carlton. Keen to see Hawthorn give them a bath this weekend. Walter, I'm keen to see if you're going to still be here if we win this weekend. I get it. I love going to the footy on my own. It's my time. Yeah, it's just so precious to me, the 2.5 hours, and I make no apologies about it because I'm available all the time except game day. As soon as I walk in, find my seat, that's me. That's me. No content. Like I sometimes get a little bit uncomfortable even posting the halftime post, but it's just become a habit. I've been like this close to getting rid of the thoughts of the half post, but it's become a bit of a tradition now. Everyone needs a happy space. If that's your happy space, enjoy it, lap it up. Yeah, that's me. Cat Trick, you reckon the lot? We lost against all teams with speed. Sydney, Doggies, Port, Wobbles, Collingwood, Crows, and should have lost against Freo. Well, hang on. There's should have, and then there's what happened. So, mate, Pies are making finals, I believe. 3 minutes. Nothing on TV. All right. Well, looks like we're just going to have to wait. Paul Sebastiani has tweeted that he's been named. Wait, so Paul, if you know, the teams, can you let us know? Or just don't, because there's 3 minutes. Do I play footy? Nah. I used to. Played for a few years. Premiership player, Thomastown Football Club, 2014? 15? 14. Yeah. Got any favorite Carlton fan pages? I don't think I can answer this without snubbing someone. They're all great. It's just a great ecosystem, honestly. It's come a long way. Cowan in. Well, we saw Cowan yesterday. Oh, I also forgot. Forgot to screenshot the teams from yesterday. So if anyone did that, I'm curious to see how they name the players on the field today. But we're moments away, guys, from the teams coming out. Like moments. Kerner will play. He got through today's training, apparently, from what I've heard. You know how, I don't know if you were watching last night, Lucinda, but we sort of took a mental note. Well, we can do it now. Take a mental note. This is how the team was named yesterday. So just take a note of where the names appear and if it means anything. Did I barrack for any other team growing up? No. John Holden, my happy spaces with my 2 kids, Josh and Sammy with my wife. Separately, though. Love that. I live but to serve the people. What does that even mean, Paulo? All right. It's 5 p.m. That means we're seconds away. Give them the positive energy, all the good vibes. All the good vibes. Just going to keep refreshing. I love Paul, but he goes for Arsenal. So do I, mate. Only the best do. No downtrodden rubbish about ins and outs. Agreed. No need, Deb, because I can see, I've got it up on screen now, how the teams were named. Okay. Teams are in. Teams are in. Here we go. Zach is back. Official. All right. This is it. Whew. Carlton will call upon the talents of Zach Williams. Among 2 changes this week, the boyhood blue bagger will return a pull on the collar jumper for his first match in 4 weeks, reinventing himself as a forward, kicking 14 goals in 7 weeks before sustaining a hamstring injury early against the Western Bulldogs. His return is a timely one for the Blues, who will welcome Williams' class in attack as they look to get back to winning form. The other inclusion is Lockie Cowan. The duo replaced Chera and Cottrell. Binns, Carroll, Lewis Young will be named as emergencies, with the 5-man bench consisting of Boyd, Chincotta, Kennedy, Owies, and Williams. There it is. Chera, Cottrell out, Cowan, Williams in. Simple. Discuss. What are your thoughts? I'm just going to get together all your names now. I'm going to be calling someone shortly. Kennedy needs to start. Oh, yeah, the bench. Who's going to be the sub? Well, it's Chincotta. They did this last week. Literally did this last week. Based off what they did, it'll be Chincotta. So what are your thoughts? First time this year that Martin, Motlop, and Williams are in the same team? True. Let's have a look. So Kemp, Wiedering, Cowan, Newman, McGovern, Sard. Hey, Sard named on the half-back flank. Tick. Hollins, Cripps, Akers. Hollins named on the right wing instead of the left wing. Interesting. Elijah, Harry, Jack Martin, Fogarty, Kono, Motlop. Oh, with Boyd, Kennedy, Williams, and Owies. You got Pitto, Walsh, and Hewitt in the mid. I like it. I mean, I always like it. Looks powerful. I am very keen to see how Martin, Motlop, and Zach Williams go. I think Chink will be a good sub. I agree. I think he's shown his versatility. He could be a perfect sub because he's got speed as well. Bam Bam needs to start. Yeah, Chincotta being the sub going off Pom's theory. Yeah, that last name. Charlie will be subject to a late fitness test. Hopefully all goes well. If not, someone comes in and we've got to win the fucking game. Have a great night. Thanks, Paul. So if Charlie doesn't play, Lewis Young will come in, you would assume. We're winning the flag. You want to see Hawthorn's lineup? Okay. Cam McKenzie comes in for Josh Ward. He's a good player. Let's have a look. So they're going to have Frost, Sicily, and I guess Josh Weddle. No, well, Josh Weddle's named on the wing with Scrimshaw. But one of those two has to play in defense on Harry or Charlie, unless they play Sicily on and Frost on the two boys. Tyler, that's just not it, mate. That's just not it. Am I surprised Lemmy's not named in the emergencies? I am. I am surprised. I am surprised that if there is doubt over Charlie, I am surprised that we wouldn't have Lemmy to replace him as opposed to Lewis Young. I just don't know about Lewis as a forward, personally. I'm unsure about it. All right. Let's time to give away some tickets. Yes. All right. I'm going to bring out the teams again shortly, but it's time to give away tickets. So I'm going to call you. Thanks for entering. 69 entrants. Haha. Let me just make sure there's no doubles here. Aiden, you're there. Let me just triple check, actually. All right. I'm going to shuffle. 1, 2, 3. So, giving away 2 tickets. Level 2, row A. Jason Badger, redraw. Why? Why are we redrawing, mate? I'm going to need you to pick up your phone if I call you. Anyway, let's do it. Oh, Yusuf. Oh. Hilarious. Hilarious. Been here the whole time. Where is he? Amazing.
Hello?
Yusuf.
How you going, Terry?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just watching the teams.
True.
Crazy.
How exciting. You're going.
Oh,
Level
yeah.
2, row A.
Yeah, I was taking my sister to her first game.
You taking your... She's never been to a game?
No, she's never been to a game. I was going to tell her, but there was no tickets left.
Oh, mate. That's great.
Mate,
that's worked
that's
out perfect, man. So
Yeah.
the email you sent me is the one for your ticket tech, right?
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
All right. Amazing. When I finish the show, I'll get it transferred to you, but congratulations, mate.
All right, sweet. Thank you,
Legend.
Terry.
I'll see you soon.
See you, mate.
That's the best. That's a good omen. Taking his sister to her first game. All right. Apparently the game is a sellout. Now let's go again. I'm gonna shuffle it 3 times. Firstly, let me just write down this email. There's one there. All right. Good luck, everyone. Jade? All right. Let's just see who Jade is. Are you watching, Jade? Are you here in the chat? We'll find out.
The number you have called is not connected. Please check the number before calling.
Hold the phone. Jade, are you watching? Oh, what happens? That's not the real number. Pommy, I am indeed calling him. Why can't it just be straightforward? Jade is me. What's your email then? Oh, no. No, 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 no. Jade. It's a really weird email too. I'm a bit skeptical. The complete fuckery of people not entering their details right. Jade. See, the issue is if I move on to the next person and then Jade reaches out, we're screwed. But the reality is you didn't enter your details right. I'm going to call it again. Make sure I did it right. Definitely did it right.
The number you have called is not connected. Please check the number before calling again.
Nah, I'm moving on. And the reason why I'm moving on is because you've got to put your details in correctly. So I'm going to move on. Jade, unless you're watching, which I won't know, we're going to go again. Accountability. You got to put your details in correctly. Otherwise, what am I supposed to do? This is a piss take. Okay, Yana. Okay. No surname. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, this looks like a proper email. Hello? Hello, Yana?
Hello?
Hi, how are you? It's Terry from Blue Abroad.
Sorry, where?
From Blue Abroad. You entered the competition for the tickets for Sunday.
Yeah?
Congratulations, your name just got called out.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh,
How,
thank you.
how exciting. Who are you going to take?
Probably my dad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have tickets already or you were looking for tickets?
No.
Cool. So that email that you sent through, or is your dad with you? Is he there with you?
Not right now.
Do you have any parent near you?
Yes.
Can I speak to one of them, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, this is Terry from Blue Abroad. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Yana has just won 2 tickets to the game on Sunday.
Oh, this Sunday?
Yeah, the Carlton
Okay.
Hawthorn game.
Oh, okay.
So I thought I would
Which
just
one?
make sure that I spoke to a parent before I
Okay.
went forward. So she's going to take Dad, she says.
Uh-huh.
Is that okay with you?
Yep. So how did you enter, John?
She just
on Instagram.
Yeah, just on Instagram. I had a form with it to enter your email and your phone number, and then we just did a little spinning of the wheel, and her name pulled out. So I'm going to just confirm the email that she sent me. Is that? Can you ask her if that's an email for Ticketek? Because I need to transfer the tickets to a Ticketek account.
Could you repeat the email?
Well, I'm not going to repeat the email on stream. I might give you a call when I finish the stream.
All right. All
Yeah.
good.
All right. But congratulations. You're going to the game on Sunday.
Thank you so much.
All right. Go Blues.
Go Blues.
See ya.
Bye.
We got there. Oh, I love it. She was so shy. Bless her. Yeah. Just making sure the boxes are ticked. Anyway, that was great. Congratulations to Yana. Congratulations to Yusuf. You are both going. Now, surprise. Somebody else sent me tickets. Hang on a minute. Oh, okay. Josh Corcoran sent me 2 tickets, right? Section M6, so level 1, row V, seat 10 and 11. They're level 1. So do you want me to spin again? You guys interested in them? Like, I know they're not level 2 tickets, but they're still level 1 tickets. No, surely we're going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to spin again. I'm going to spin again. I've got 2 tickets, level 1, row V, section M6, kind of like pocket. Spin that wheel. Oh, so stressful, man. All right. Yeah, spin on that thing. Daniel. Now, Daniel, it was only one Daniel, one name. Okay. Now he needs to accept these tickets. So if he doesn't want them, we're going to spin again.
Six.
Learned that lesson. I'm going to call him one more time. If he doesn't pick up, I'm going to move on. Oh, you didn't see it spin. True. I forgot that I haven't shared my screen. It's here.
Six.
We're going to move on. Spin again. Shuffle. You have a Michael. All right. Come on, someone take these tickets.
Hello.
Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Hey, it's Terry from Blue Abroad. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. I've just spun the wheel and your name's popped out.
No way.
Yes way. So I've got now. We've given away the 4 tickets on level 2, but
Yeah.
I have 2 more tickets, level 1, bay 6, row V, 2 tickets next to each other. Do you want them?
Yes, please. That's perfect.
Mate, amazing. Who are you taking?
Probably just take one of my mates.
How good. All right. Amazing. I'm going to send them to you. I've got them in PDF, so I'll email them to you. And good on you for picking it up, because we would have moved on. We just had someone, I span the wheel and he didn't pick up or called twice. So we had to move on. So congratulations.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Terry.
No, all good, man. All good. I'll be in touch and we'll go from there.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Go Blues.
Go Blues.
See ya.
See ya.
Just like that. Just like that. We should do more of them. It's such a sweat. Like you just don't know what's going to happen. Whew. All right. Congratulations to all the winners. I'll get your tickets out to you straight after this stream. Let's have a look at the teams. I'm getting better at that. You know what was the worst? The last time we did that, we went through the whole process and then I had to redo it because I put the wrong names in. Disaster. That's got me going. I want to do more of them. I do have things to give away. Speaking of, I won't be doing this over the phone, but the game day post on Instagram is going to have a competition attached to it for one of these, one of the collared Guernseys. So you're going to need to enter the winner and margin on the game day post. So no point in doing it now. And you're going to also need to pick, so the margin, you're going to need to follow Canaleria and Mr. Cabinets on Instagram. So if you haven't done that already, you may as well do it now. Epiphany now from Tez. Last year, the kid to Brisbane. The kid. Yeah, that was a really good moment. That was really special. And then I've got some more bits and pieces to give away, old school stuff. You know what else I've got? I've never shown this before. I've also waited for the right time, and when I explain, you'll get it. I've got the very first Indigenous Guernsey, right? The very first one. And it was match worn by Chris Yarran. So it's actually his. Got it years ago, but obviously because of what was happening in Yarran's life, I thought it was just not the right time, but it'll be the right time soon. I'll definitely do that as a giveaway. It's pretty cool. That's the very first Indigenous Guernsey that we had, 2013. Yeah. So there'll be another raffle. We'll have a couple of prizes, couple of spins. We'll pick up the phone. We'll call people and we'll do it again. I think we should just spin the wheel for no other reason. I mean, I could. That's actually not a bad idea. Spin the wheel and I'll just call someone. Maybe not now. I've got to go. I've got things to attend to. And so that's the end of the team show for today. But thanks for tuning in. Thank you to Robbie for giving away those tickets. That's very kind. And thank you to Josh for giving away his level 1 tickets. That's very kind. Free of charge, guys. So that's really nice that you were able to just give them away to Carlton people. That's that. Hope you enjoyed the show. Looking at the teams once again, Lockie Cowan and Zach Williams are in for Chera and Cottrell. And then Josh Ward is out and Cam McKenzie comes in for the Hawks. It's a big game. I think the only request I have is that we all get here to the fan cams on Sunday with no voice. That's kind of that's the MO. No voice remaining after the game. I want to be drinking warm tea with honey to survive. So anyway, that's that. Speak to you soon. Go Blues.